Hey teachers, this is a sample handwriting lesson that you can use in your classroom with your students. If you'd like to get all the worksheets and access to all 26 lowercase video lessons, just click the link in the description box below to check it out. I hope you enjoy the lesson. Hey friends, we are ready to learn a new letter. It is letter C. Now letter C touches the fence line and it sits on the grass line. That makes it a short letter. Now you'll notice that the top of letter C, where we're going to start our letter, is actually just below the fence line, and that's where we're going to put our pencil when we write on the paper. It almost looks like we're drawing a circle, so we call this type of letter a circle C letter. So we're actually going to curve up and touch the fence line and then circle around and touch the grass line. And that's it. Our pencil stays on the paper the whole time when we make a letter C, and it's a real simple little curve. Now let's practice writing it in the air with our finger. Ready? I want you to point to the star and you're going to go up and around. That's all there is to it. Let's try it one more time. Ready? You're going to point to the beginning of the C. There's the star, go up and around. It's a really simple letter and it's going to help us make more letters in the future. So get your pencil out and your paper and we're going to practice writing the letter C. We're ready to start practicing writing letter C. So letter C touches the fence line and it sits on the grass line. It's a short letter. Letter C is our first letter that is formed using circle C. The star is just below the fence line, so we have to curve up and touch the fence line and then circle around to sit on the grass, and then we pick up before we make a full circle. But there's a lot of other letters that use this starting position, so we call them circle C letters. Let's go ahead and practice writing it. Get your crayon or your marker, and we are going to write our first C. You're going to start right on the star. You're going to curve up and touch the fence line, come down to the grass line, and then release. And you've got a C. Now let's get to writing. We are going to start right on the star each time. So we're just below the fence line. We're going to curve up and bump it, circle around, sit on the grass, up, and then release. Let's try another one. Curve up, touch the fence, sit on the grass, and let go. Perfect. Curve all the way around, just like making a circle, and then lift up. If I'm going too fast for you at any point, you can pause the video or back it up. Just go at your own pace and do your very best job. All right, one more. And here's another one. Circle around and lift up. Start right on the star, curve up, keep that curve going, sit on the grass, and you're done. Let's go down to the next line. We're going to start on the star, circle around, sit on the grass, and lift up. Now we're going to do one on our own. So we're starting on the star. You've got to curve and bump the fence, circle around, and lift up. If yours doesn't look perfect, that's okay. I just want you to do the best you can and keep going. Every single letter won't be perfect, but the more you practice, the better you will get. All right, here's another one on our own. Start at the star, touch the fence, sit on the grass, and lift up. Great job. And we're going to trace this one, circle around, sit on the grass, and lift up. And another one on our own. Bump the fence, sit on the grass, and we're done. Now we're going to do two in a row that we're going to trace. Curve up, start at the star, curve around. Now we're going to do two on our own. Start at the star, bump the fence, circle around, and you've got it. And one more on our own, bump that fence, sit on the grass, and lift up. That was a super job. Now we're ready to practice writing letter C in some words, and we will be practicing all the letters that we've already learned. So if it's dotted, we're going to practice it. If it's in black, that means we haven't learned the proper way to write that letter yet, so we won't trace those. Let's go ahead and start with this one. This is a hen, and a hen says cluck. So we're going to write the letters in cluck. Curve up to make your C, circle around. Great. Now letter L is a drop from the top. So we just bring a line straight down, and then we've got another C, circle around, curve, and you've got it. That's cluck. Now we've got a little baby in a crib. So we're going to write some of the letters in crib. Circle around, sit on the grass. There we go. And then we're going to make our I. We start at the star and we drop from the top of the letter I. We put our dot last. Now we've got crib. This word is claw. We're going to make our C in claw. My cat has some sharp claws. I always have to be careful if he wants to be playful. Now our letter L goes down and we've got the word claw. This word is tick, like a clock, tick-tock. So we are going to start at the star and pull a line down. It's a drop from the top letter. Then that white circle reminds us to lift our pencil up. And then we start back on the gray and we draw a line across. Now we've got an I. Start from the star and drop and then dot. Circle C just below the fence line, curve up and around. That's tick. Now we've got this little guy right here. He is really focusing on cutting that paper. So we're going to write some letters in cut. Ready? Circle C all the way around. Good. I got up above the fence line a little bit right there, but that's okay. If you have some that aren't perfect, you just keep going. It is all right. Now we've got a letter T. Start at the star and pull a line down and cross. This is a cup, so we are going to make the C in cup. Wonderful. She's driving a car, so we're going to put the C in car. Start at the star, bump the fence, circle around, sit on the grass, and lift up. Super job. Now we're ready to find each letter C that's written correctly. So I want you to get ready and you're going to search, and we're only going to color in the ones that are written correctly. Let's look at this first one. It does start below the fence line, but is it curving the right way? No, it's backwards, isn't it? It's going the wrong direction. Here's another one. It starts below the fence line, goes up and bumps, sits on the grass. That one's perfect, so let's color that one in. We can tell that one was made correctly. Here's another one. Just below the fence, curves around, sits on the grass. What do you think? You're right. It is a good one. What about this one? It starts below the fence. It goes up and over a little bit, but that's not a big deal. It sits on the grass, but then look how far this comes up. It almost closes and makes a complete circle. So we're not going to color that one in because we don't want our C's to almost close, because then it almost looks like a letter O. Let's look at this one. It starts just below the fence line, curves up, goes around. It looks great. So we're going to color that one in. Does this one start below the fence line? No, it starts right at the fence line, and you can see how funny it looks because it doesn't have the top curve part of the C. That's why we have to start below the fence line and go up, because it'll look kind of funny and not really like a C if we don't. Here's another one. Curves around. What do you think? You're right. It is perfect. Let's color that one in. This one looks like a C, but what's wrong with it? It's way too big, isn't it? It didn't start below the fence line. It started below the skyline, and it's huge, and it's not even sitting on the grass. Let's look right here at this one. What do you think? Does it start below the fence line, curve around? It does. It's perfect. So we are going to color that one in. Great job. Now that you've practiced writing letter C with me and you've searched for all the letters written correctly here, you are ready to do some practice on your own, and then I will see you in the next video lesson.